Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Chatting with Chad and Cory here at BWC. I'm Chad.
Cory.
Wait, what? Why did you just say your name?
You gotta say, I'm Cory.
I'm
You said I'm Chad.
I'm Chad, and you say,
I'm
I'm
Cory.
Cory.
And I'm Cory.
There you go, that's
Okay.
better. Oh, Lord have mercy, this is gonna take forever. All right, well, we're gonna just jump right in.
What words of wisdom do you have for new agents and loan officers?
Words of wisdom for new agents and loan officers. Well, I would say right now in this very weird market that we're in is the first, words of wisdom I would provide is just simply develop a plan and then take massive action on that plan. We're in a tough environment. Fewer people are buying homes due to a number of different factors, but you got to have a good plan in place, and then you got to take massive action. If you're not out there, meeting a lot of people, making a lot of phone calls, you're going to struggle. And you may struggle anyway, just because it's a challenging environment, but this too shall pass. I think once we get through this year, I think next year things are really going to start to normalize, but just keep planting those seeds.
To add to that, I would also I would start with a database. I would start building on your database. So I would write down 250 people that you know, get their email, get their phone number, get their home address, even their business address perhaps. If you don't have 250 people, find out how to get to 250 people, whether that's reaching out to your dry cleaners or your barber, whatever that is. Find a way to start at 250. That should be, I think, the first thing you do, because you're going to want to market to that database. So that's where I would start. I would, if I was truly thinking about jumping into this industry, I would just start with a piece of paper and start writing down everybody that you know.
That's great advice. How long did it take you to get your 250 together, Cory?
It took me not extremely long, but I would say it probably took me about 60 days. I thought I knew easily 250 people, and when I started writing it down, it was a lot harder than I thought. So I had to go look at LinkedIn, I had to go look at Instagram, I had to look at all of my socials, and there were people that I forgot when I started to go down those lists. But it's not as easy as you would think, but you can get there. And of course, you will then be so hyper-focused moving forward about how can I add to this database. So that's the name of the game, I think.
Well, I couldn't agree more. And the advice I usually give folks when they're trying to create that list is think of if you were going to get married, who you might invite to your wedding, and start there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What do you need more of in your life?
Gosh, I didn't think about this.
And you can't say cowbell.
Cowbell.
Really?
What kind of saying is this?
Oh,
Like
Lord have
Blue
mercy.
Like the
Oh,
ice cream?
people, it's like one of the most famous SNL skits of all time.
Never heard.
All time.
Have you heard it, Cory?
No.
I'm going to have you superimpose this into the video. The SNL, I need more cowbell. It's Christopher Walken. Boys, gentlemen, I need more cowbell. Oh, y'all are killing me.
Never heard
Never
of
heard
that.
it.
Oh,
Never
y'all
heard it.
are.
Never
Oh,
heard
Lord, this is just terrible. Anyway, okay. What do you need more of in your life, Cory?
Well, if we're talking mortgage related, I would say lower interest rates. I could use some more of that in my life. But I don't know if I want to say that, because is that kind of a negative outlook on
No,
us
look,
trying to be positive about our situation?
I love lower interest rates. Everybody loves lower interest rates. So I don't think that's a negative. It's just.
I would say what I need more of in my life from a mortgage perspective is something to help with the affordability issues that we're seeing. And I think a lot of that has to do with higher interest rates, but not just interest rates. It's homeowners insurance premiums have gone up dramatically all over the place. And so, we saw with FHA loans, we saw that the mortgage insurance premium came down, the monthly mortgage insurance premium, so that was very nice. It would be nice to see, we've seen some of the loan level price adjustment waivers depending on income on conventional loans, so some of that is good, but yeah, I mean, I think we need more help because we're seeing a lot of buyers who are flirting the line when it comes to their debt to income ratios and being able to afford a good home, not to mention home prices continue to go up. So
Yeah.
I would say that's what I need more in my life, affordability.
And I think that's fair. I don't disagree with that. I would love to see that as well. More affordability, lower interest rates would help that. But over and above that, on a more personal level, I could use a little more sunshine. Had a lot of rain lately. I need more sunshine so that I can take more steps and beat Chris at our competition. That's the goal.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be nice. Chad, can you name 3 things on your bucket list?
I can, only because these questions were given to me in advance and I thought about it. And because I don't walk around thinking about my bucket list, probably like I should. But I have 3 specific things that I would like to accomplish off my bucket list. One of which is attend a World Cup soccer match. And I'm going to add to that because they're coming to North America here in a few years. And my goal is to see a World Cup soccer match in each country, Mexico, US, and Canada. So that's my bucket list item for the next World Cup coming here. Really excited about that. Secondarily, I would love to do one of those really like crazy whitewater rafting trips where it's like 5 to 7 days and like you camp and all kinds of stuff. I researched it a lot of years ago and of course never followed through on it, but that's sort of a bucket list items to do with the fellas. I don't see Rochelle wanting to be a part of that. And then the third would probably be Rochelle and I going to the Maldives, which I did a little research on that here recently, and it's going to be a long trip. That is a very, very long flight. So, going to have to make it count. But anyway, those are 3 bucket list items I got.
Definitely one would be Texas A&M football national championship. I don't know how I can
These are
control
supposed
that.
to be realistic and things that you can actually control.
Yeah,
you know?
well, I feel like I can control that, you know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I mean, I can message board the coach, you know. I
Your
can create fake
NIL,
accounts.
NIL.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
get involved there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's ways. So that would be first and foremost. Gosh, you know, traveling, obviously. There's a lot of places in the United States I still want to travel to that I've never been to. For example, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I've never been there, but I've heard it's pretty cool. Or Lake
nice.
Tahoe, I've never been there. I probably need to do some more stuff in like North Carolina. So I need to explore a little more.
Yeah.
So I would say, you know, that's 3 places that I want to go. So that exceeds your
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
Chad, do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm definitely an extrovert, I would think. Although I know I'm an extrovert, I like to be social. I like to be out in sociable environments, things like that. But I do very much like my alone time and my downtime. So I love being at home on the weekends with literally nothing on the calendar, no social events on the calendar, just because we are pretty active as it is. So I like to chill out and relax and watch really dumb TV. Like I started a new show this week, Lost, really old show, but hey, I'm 3 or 4 episodes in. I think it could be good. We'll see.
My feeling about any TV show is the seasons drag on and on and on, and after like season 1, I'm already checked out. So I'm more of a movie guy, if you ask me.
That's fair.
But I would also agree, I feel very similar to you. I feel like I'm an extrovert. However, I feel like we work a lot here, and especially in the summer.
You saying I work you too hard?
Yes, yeah. So come Friday, maybe it's because I'm old now. It's like I'm worn out, I'm tired. So sitting on the couch and just hanging out is pretty ideal, not to mention being able to sleep in. on Saturday and Sunday. So I used to, back in my younger years, I would never miss a Friday night being out at the nightclubs and all the fun restaurants and all that good stuff. And now I find myself spending more time at home on the weekends.
Yep. Welcome to the business.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Cory, what's an ideal weekend for you?
I feel like we just talked about that, but an ideal weekend for me might be spending one night at home, maybe a Friday night, and then Saturday getting up and getting all those errands taken care of and having nothing on the calendar, kind of like you spoke about earlier. And definitely one night a weekend, I've got to do a dinner. So I'm a big dinner guy. Love to go out to eat. That's my number one hobby, is going out to eat. And so if I don't go to a restaurant and park it there for like 4 or 5 hours on a Friday or a Saturday night, then I'm gonna consider that a pretty unsuccessful weekend. So yeah, that would be ideal for me. Nothing on the calendar, a great night out for dinner, maybe a night in. No big plans.
Nice.
Stay in the Heights. Don't really leave out the Heights, because I don't like to go any further than like 3 mile radius.
Perfect. I would say my weekends are an ideal weekend for me is pretty similar. I like to have at least one night where it's sitting on the couch, relaxing, glass of wine, bottle of wine, stuff along those lines. And then, of course, one night out, one dinner out, whether it be Friday or Saturday night. I usually prefer Saturday because, I sleep in for Saturday. I get a little workout in, whatever personal errands need to be run, and then Saturday night, nice little dinner. Sleep in Sunday, uber relax on Sunday.
Same.
Get ready for the week.
Yeah, very, very relaxed Sunday. I tell Kelsey all the time, like, we can't commit to anything on a Sunday. We are like, I'm out. I've got no plans. Like, don't count me in. Okay, Chad, what is a perfect vacation for you?
Well, this is pretty much a slam dunk. I mean, like, this is the easiest softball question. I don't even have to answer this. I think we should do a poll right now and have everybody vote, because I think they know what my vacation is. All right, I'll answer it anyway. But I think everybody knows. It's a beach vacation. It's got to be a beach, preferably Mexico due to the ease of access. I can do Cancun or Cabo. Cabo is moving up the ranks as far as preference, just because the weather is so predictable and the restaurants and the food are so great. But I still love me some Cancun. So anyway, Mexico, beach, margaritas. Let's go.
I guess we're very similar, because that is my ideal vacation as well. A beach vacation, probably in Mexico. However, I see so many videos and pictures of people going to Florida all the time, and the beaches look very similar over there. And I never go to Florida, so add that to my bucket list of places I need to go to more often.
Well, Cory, this ought to be easy. What's your favorite beer? But this could also depend on where you're vacationing.
Favorite beer. If I'm at a Mexican restaurant, I'm going to drink Modelo. Occasionally, if they don't have Modelo, I'll drink Corona. And I don't mind a Modelo Corona. I can kind of bounce back and forth. Modelo is going to be the preference. But if I'm eating Italian, I want Peroni. If they don't have Peroni, I'm good for Stella. If they don't have Stella, I'm not super happy with that restaurant.
Cutting them off the list.
Yeah. So those are probably my 4 beers that I kind of rotate between. It's primarily going to be Modelo, depending on the type of situation I'm in. Maybe lean a little more Stella, but if I'm Italian, give me Peroni. If I'm in a pool, I can do them all if they're in a can. But I probably drink the most is Modelo.
Got it.
What about you?
When it comes to beer, I'm not as big of a beer drinker as I used to be, but I probably drink probably more Mexican beers than anything, just because it makes me feel like I'm on vacation. And I like Modelo, I like Corona, I like Pacifico, I like all 3 of those. And then from a domestic standpoint, just good old Miller Lite. I do drink IPAs and things like that from time to time, but they're pretty heavy, and so I try to avoid those if I can, but a good old Miller Lite, can't go wrong.
Chad, would you rather have to yell at the top of your lungs every time you speak or sprint everywhere that you go?
I think for me it would be sprint everywhere, just because of the byproduct of what you gain from that, you know, staying in shape, good exercise, things like that. And I really don't want to have to yell all the time because I think that would get really obnoxious.
Yeah, I would agree. That one's pretty easy for me. I don't know how far I would get anywhere if I had to sprint everywhere.
We probably wouldn't go many places,
yeah,
right?
I just maybe to the mailbox, and that's about
to
it.
the bathroom. We do
yeah,
have a pretty long trek to the bathroom.
That's true. That's true.
I'm Chad.
I'm Cory.
BW.
We always say see you later, but C also stands for closing. And that's what we do here at BWC Lending.
What the heck? What the heck?
I'm just throwing that out
Why
there.
did you just ruin
I
it?
just had to throw it out there. I mean, I had to add, might be
That was
throwing in a
so
new.
weird. That was terrible.
That was not good.
Did I need to redo the whole thing?
Just redo the whole thing.
Okay. I'm Chad.
I'm Cory.
BW.
See you later.